Okay, everybody, we're going to go on to the next part of my 1,000 subscriber special, in which I'm going over my entire movie collections. And I'm going to show two Warner Brothers tapes I forgot to show in the last part. The Accidental Tourist, another film with William Hurt. VHS tapes from 1989. Former rental from We Star Video. Okay. And here's The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. This is the special widescreen edition. A home run, sensationally directed and acted to steely perfection, says Janet Maslin of the New York Times. Yep. Special widescreen edition. From March 25th, 1998. Okay, now we're going to do the Dreamworks VHS tape collections. I have two clamshells, and I want to go ahead and show you all. Right here we have Ants, computer animated film from 1998. The VHS tape, I believe, is from 99. Yeah. Very smart and very, very funny, says Good Morning America, Joel Siegel. An all-star cast, including Woody Allen, Sharon Stone, Sylvester Stallone, Gene Hackman. A bunch of all-stars appear in this movie. Printed on December 18th, 1998. Okay. Here's Small Soldiers. Smart, funny, and action-packed, says the ABC Radio Networks. Co-produced by Universal. Charming and funny, says the Los Angeles Times. It's a pretty funny movie. This is one of the last films with Phil Hartman. May he rest in peace. Printed on December 2nd, 1998. Okay. Now let's do the slipcovers, in which I only have 5 Dreamworks tapes. Start things off with Minority Report with Tom Cruise. Spielberg's sharpest, brawniest, most bustling entertainment since Raiders of the Lost Ark, says Richard Corliss of Time magazine. Reminds us why we go to the movies in the first place, said by Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times, co-produced by 20th Century Fox. Pretty good movie. Printed on June 23rd, 2003, so a couple of days after my 16th birthday. Here's Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks, Paul Newman, and Jude Law. Also co-produced by 20th Century Fox. A Triumph, says Peter Travers of Rolling Stone. 2 thumbs up, says Roger Ebert and Richard Roeper. One of his best performances for Tom Hanks, says Keith Turan of Los Angeles Times. For Jason Lee, Stanley Tucci. Oh, Daniel Craig is in this movie. Okay. Can't really see the print date, but you can see this right here of January 21st, 2003. Here's The Legend of Bagger Vance with Will Smith, Matt Damon, and Charlize Theron. Superb, a masterpiece, says Jeffrey Lyons of WNBC. Thumbs up, I love this film, says Roger Ebert of Ebert and Roeper in the Movies. And Bill Brigoli of Westwood One Radio Network says wondrous and delightful, a slice of movie-going heaven. And this was also co-produced by 20th Century Fox. How about that? How do you like them apples? Hollywood Video sticker label over there, so you can't really see the print date. Here's Gladiator with Russell Crowe. 4 stars, says Andrew Johnston of US Weekly, and dazzling spectacular, says David Nixon of Newsweek. Russell Crowe is simply magnificent, says Jonathan Foreman of the New York Post. Co-produced by Universal. Joaquin Phoenix is in the movie too. Good movie. Alright. And here's a funny one. Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy with Will Ferrell. Unrated, uncut, and uncalled for, not appropriate for younger viewers. Now with even more potty mouth, the unrated version not shown in theaters. Oh my gosh, hey Steve.
Yes.
At the bottom of this cassette, on the back it says, may contain language inappropriate for younger viewers, members of the clergy, and Ron Burgundy's mom. Yeah, I'm definitely going to show this for movie night soon. There's no question about that. Printed December 2nd, 2004. Now let's go to the Columbia TriStar movies. We're going to start off with The Indian in the Cupboard, co-produced by Paramount Pictures. This is a 1995 movie. These don't have print dates, I don't believe. But I will say that this movie does have the Columbia Pictures logo, but I also have an HBO recording, an HBO family recording of The Indian in the Cupboard, but the Paramount logo is shown on that airing. This has the Columbia Pictures logo. The blank DVD I have has the Paramount Pictures logo. No joke. I'll show you in a video sometime soon. Here's another fun movie, Matilda. Danny DeVito, Rhea Perlman, M. Beth Davids, Pam Ferris, and Mara Wilson. Matilda is a family classic for all generations, says Alan Silverman of Voice of America. Awesome, awesome movie. Incredibly fun. A great movie for all ages, says Leo Quinones of KHSFM. A great comedy with a great message. The adults laugh as much, if not more, than the kids, says Elaine Blythe of Film Advisory Board. Yes, highly recommended. I highly recommend this movie. Oop. There we go. Now onto the slipcovers. We got Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman and Jessica Lange. A few others. Classic comedy. Oh, Bill Murray's in this movie too? I did not know that. I did not know Bill Murray makes an appearance in this film. I have to watch it again soon. Here's a classic, Stand By Me, with Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, Jerry O'Connell, Kiefer Sutherland. This is a good movie. Directed by Rob Reiner. The end label from this tape is missing. Unfortunately, it came off. There's the label itself on the tape. Okay. Here's Something's Gotta Give with Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton. Keanu Reeves, Frances McDormand, and Amanda Peet co-star. Good movie. Sharp, witty, and deep down funny, says Paul Clinton of CNN. 2 thumbs up, says Ebert and Roper. Co-produced by Warner Brothers. Okay. Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment. Saving Silverman with Jason Biggs, Steve Zahn, Jack Black, and Amanda Peet. 2 best friends plus 1 girlfriend equals war. Okay, why do I even have this movie? Because it's hilarious, said by MTV Radio, and oh yeah, because Jack Black is in this film too. Directed by Dennis Dugan. Yeah. From what I see on here, normally Adam Sandler works with Dennis Dugan, but Adam Sandler doesn't make an appearance in this movie, nor does he produce it, so yeah. Here's Roxanne with Steve Martin and Daryl Hannah. I believe this movie is based off the play Cyrano de Bergerac because of the big nose that you see on Steve Martin's face there. A comic masterpiece, says Ebert and Roper, says Siskel and Ebert in the movies. Show the labels to you real fast. There you go. Okay. Let me go ahead and show you the Men in Black films I have right here. The first and second. Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. 2 thumbs up. Absolutely hilarious, remarkably clever, and hip, says Gene Siskel of Siskel and Ebert. And this even has a bonus. It has a music video for Will Smith's hit Men in Black. Of course, who could ever forget that song from the 90s? One of the best songs ever. Here's the sequel, Men in Black 2. Now, the original Men in Black I did not see in theaters, but the sequel I did see in theaters. Oh, yeah. One particular part in this movie I remember is the beginning where Will Smith treats that one guy, Patrick Warburton, to a piece of pie. And at one point, Patrick Burton puts his arm around Will Smith. He says, "This is the start of a beautiful friendship." And, of course, Will Smith says, "Remove the arm." Alright. The Man Who Loved Women, Burt Reynolds and Julie Andrews. Blake Edwards film, of course. Yep. Yeah, there's the label. This is a Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment tape. You don't see very many of these floating around. From Cinema 5. A 1970... This is a 1977 movie? I thought it was from 1983. Maybe I'm overlooking something. Okay. Little Nikita with Sidney Poitier and River Phoenix. Yeah. 1988 Columbia Pictures, of course. Is there a critique review on here? No, there's not. Leonard Part 6 with Jello Pudding Bill Cosby. Okay, why do I even have this movie? Yeah. I mean, it's one of its kind, but it's a terrible, terrible movie. But it's funny for what it is, I'll tell you that. Leonard Part 6. Like I said, I don't even know why I have this movie. If I can get it to close. There we go. It's My Turn with Jill Clayburgh, Michael Douglas, and Charles Grodin. 1980 movie. 1981 Columbia Pictures. Yep. Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment, I believe. Yeah. Doesn't say what this movie's rated, so I'm not really sure. I have to look into it. Yeah, I'll do some research on it when I can. Here's Hanky Panky with Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner. Directed by Sidney Poitier, of course. 1982 movie. I think this movie's rated PG. Not too sure, though. My baby does the hanky-panky. There's the cast of the actors and the characters in the film. Okay. Ghostbusters. This is a movie that does not need an introduction. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver. Produced and directed by Ivan Reitman. Also with Harold Ramis and Rick Moranis. Yeah. And besides, it's close to Halloween, so this would be a good movie to watch around Halloween time. Is this a later printing? I think it is. Yeah, 1987. Although the tape cassette says PG, tape itself says PG-13. This movie is rated PG, not PG-13. Here's Crossroads. Ralph Macchio, Joe Sakina. NJ6, RCA Columbia. Okay, yeah, there's no end label on this tape. Here we go. The Bride with Sting and Jennifer Beals, Geraldine Page. I think this is one of Geraldine Page's last films, if I'm not mistaken. Might be, I don't know. Former rental. from Lufkin, Texas. Armed and Dangerous with John Candy. Eugene Levy and Robert Loggia. Oh, Meg Ryan's in this movie too. How about that? Okay. Here it is. Armed and Dangerous, of course. Okay. Against All Odds. With Rachel Ward, Jeff Bridges, and James Woods. End label's gone, of course. The label itself is still there. 1984 RCA Columbia. Okay. Here's 8mm with Nicolas Cage. I already showed this tape when I did my Nicolas Cage movie collection as part of a belated birthday special for Nicolas Cage that Daniel Monahan requested for me to do. Here's Philadelphia with Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington. Winner of 2 Academy Awards, including Best Actor Tom Hanks and Best Original Song Streets of Philadelphia, performed by Bruce Springsteen. An emotional powerhouse as Peter Travers of Rolling Stone. Mary Steenburgen, Jason Robards, Antonio Banderas. Yep. Pretty good movie. Recommend it if you haven't seen it. Here's Loverboy. Kate Jackson, Carrie Fisher, Barbara Carrera, Kirstie Alley, and Patrick Dempsey. 1989 film, of course. End label on this tape is missing. Real Genius, 1985, Tristar film. It says Val Kilmer. And this features the song Everybody Wants to Rule the World near the end of the movie. Awesome song. Former rental from Video Update. If tape is tampered with, customer must purchase. Wow. Yeah. A fine mess with Ted Danson and Howie Mandel. I don't even know why I have this movie, to be honest. It's terrible. It's made by Blake Edwards, but even Blake Edwards warned critics not to go see this movie. Even everybody else. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was watching this movie one time, and for some reason, I fell asleep. Don't know why. Here's Hook. With Dustin Hoffman, the late great Robin Williams, the late great Bob Hoskins, and with Julia Roberts. Steven Spielberg's adaptation of Peter Pan. Get ready for adventure. Steven Spielberg has scored another triumph as Gene Shalit of the Today Show. Yep. Columbia TriStar home video. Here's an RCA Columbia Pictures release, Two Moon Junction, even though this was made by a different company. Yeah, from what I understand, this movie didn't do that well at the box office. It was like a box office flop or something. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get this tape out. Gotta pull it out. There we go. Yeah. Here's Starship Troopers, which was co-produced by Touchstone. It was made by TriStar Pictures, but Touchstone co-produced it. Its astonishing energy and bold, exuberant humor, says Joe Morgenstern of Wall Street Journal. Special effects are astounding, says Joel Siegel of Good Morning America. Neil Patrick Harris is in this movie too, of course. See No Evil, Hear No Evil with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. I think this is a 1989 movie. Yeah. Yeah. Labels are kind of hard to get out nowadays. Yeah, these tapes are kind of hard to get out nowadays. Here's Jerry Maguire with Tom Cruise. A deliciously smart romantic comedy, says David Anson of Newsweek. 4 stars, a smart, sexy comedy. Yeah, Cameron Crowe wrote and directed this movie. We're 2 hours long. Final tape in the Columbia TriStar series is Kiss Me a Killer. This is an RCA Columbia Pictures release made by an entirely different company. Okay. Alright. That's it for this part of my 1,000 subscriber special. Stay tuned for the next part.